Okay, so welcome back to episode 2 of our Dark Fort Let's Play. If you haven't seen episode 1 already, then you can go and check that out on the channel, because otherwise this episode is just going to be full of spoilers. So as you can see, we have navigated successfully 6 different rooms of our dungeon. You might have noticed I've drawn another doorway up here, and that's just because I kind of misread the rules on the entrance rooms. We rolled a 2, and then that meant that we get 2 doors rather than rolling on the doors table. So anyway, we are in our sea cave. Kargunt is adventuring this sea cave. We've kind of discovered that there hasn't really been any adventurers that have been here before, and we've only really encountered a couple of weak monsters, so we're doing okay so far, and we can just have a look at our character sheet to see where we're at. We've got 31 silver, or we did actually defeat another weak monster, so we need to add that to our, what was it? It was a skeleton. So a skeleton has 3 points. Okay, we've got 31 silver, we've got 6 points, we're on 13 hit points, and we've got our dagger that we picked up from the skeleton, our flail and cloak of invisibility. All right, let's get to it. So we are currently in room 6, and we discovered that last episode we had this cavern here, which was kind of flooded by seawater, and we said that if we'd roll a 1 out of 6 on this blue dice, that this room would be flooded, and then we went through into the second room, which had a similar type of vibe to this room here. So what we're going to do is we are going to roll on our doors. I think we already had a door down here actually. I played a bit off camera. Well, I tried to start this recording, but I didn't record with the camera, so I think we had one door down here, if I remember rightly. So we got a door down here. Let's roll on our 2d6 to see what type of shape this room is. And we have a 9. So let's check what we have. A round room. Okay, so this is our first round room. Apologies about the shadows here. Let's just try and adjust this light so it's... Okay, so we're going to have our round room here. Let's get that drawn in. See, I'm not an expert at drawing perfect circles there. And we're going to roll our 1d4 to see how many doors we have. 4. Okay, so we've got 2 doors, so let's add 1 door down here. And then let's add another door. Should we go left or right? Let's go right, over this way. East, I should say. All right, so let's work out what type of room this is. So we're using the descriptions table on the 1-page Mythic. And we're going to roll a D100. 74, okay. Perfect. I swear we keep getting 74. I swear one of these other rooms was perfect as well. Okay, again, so maybe maybe this half of the dungeon here, I remember thinking that, or remember from last episode, that these were all quite rough, rustic type rooms. And as we've got further through, we're kind of getting more elaborate in terms of how the rooms are looking. So we've had like these marble walls as we go through here. So maybe that's just a act of the sea kind of coming through and eroding away at these particular caverns or rooms, or maybe it's something that someone has been doing, as in they've been going in and kind of making these rooms more perfect. Let's roll again one more time. 33. Okay, something needs to happen here because we've got doubles. I don't know if that's random events. Ask the GM can generate random events. Roll a double. If you ask the game master and roll a double digit, okay, that only accounts for when we're actually asking the game master. Okay, so that doesn't count in this roll. Frightening. Okay, so I think there's something in here that has frightened Kargunt. But I don't know what exactly it is. Let's do this. So we know it's a frightening room. Is the reason why it's frightening is because there's an NPC in there? I think we're going to roll on 50-50 because I don't actually know why it might be frightening. So we're looking at a 50 or below to say that there is somebody in there. Oh, 18. Okay, so there's definitely somebody in there. Is that somebody an NPC? Or no, let's say, is that somebody a monster? So we'll roll on 50-50 again. 15, okay. So we've got a monster in here. What we're gonna do is, I think we're gonna have a look at the rules. Obviously, you know, we've got the rules about what's in our room, but I think we're going to kind of override that and say that the reason why this room is frightening is because there is a monster in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a d4 to decide if we have a weak monster or a tough monster. So we'll do 1 to 2 is a weak monster and 3 to 4 is a tough monster. So fingers crossed for a 1 and a 2. Okay, we have a 4, so lovely. That is a tough monster for us. So we enter this round perfect, but perfectly frightening room, and unfortunately we discover a Medusa. Okay, this is quite a frightening discovery for Kargunt. So let's write that down. In room 7, we have a Medusa. Okay, do we want to fight this Medusa? Because we have our cloak of invisibility, which we could use. And if we use our cloak of invisibility, then I believe we still get the points. Cloak of invisibility at the bottom. Avoid d4 fights while acquiring all monster points. d4. Okay, so we don't actually. Okay, so we can avoid this Medusa fight. Let's do this. Let's use the chart here to see if the Medusa has noticed us. Now I'm going to say we've walked straight into this room. We haven't had any confrontation in room 6, so I don't think. Oh no, I think we had the skeleton in there. So maybe she heard us fighting in room 6. Okay, so let's do this. We'll say it's likely that the Medusa knows that we're here. So what we'll need to do is ask the Oracle, does the Medusa know we're here? And for a 65 or under, it does know we are here. Oh, okay, so a 77. Oh, okay, and we've got doubles as well. Okay, so it doesn't know we're here, but we have to do a random event. So if I scroll in at the bottom here, we can see. So roll a double. If you ask the GM and roll double digit, i.e. 11, 22, 33, 44, etc., then you generate a random event. Discover meaning. Follow the discover meaning rules to determine what happens, and then interpret the results as an event using the current context to help you. Okay. So are we rolling on action or description? I think we need to roll on action. Okay, so first of all, we've got a Medusa in room 7 that doesn't know we are here. but something is about to happen to either change that or make this situation better or worse. Let's see. So rolling a d100, 87. What have we got? 87. Progress. Okay, so progress. Okay, so this could be describing us, or it could be describing the Medusa. Let's roll one more. 30. Deceit. Okay, so deceit, progress. What could that possibly mean? It could either mean that we well, either means that we can trick the Medusa, or maybe it just means that we can simply sneak past the Medusa in order to progress on with our mission. So maybe not even using the Cloak of Invisibility, we can sneak past the Medusa to get into the next room. Now, I wouldn't say that this gives us the points like the Invisibility Cloak would, but I think it would still be good progress for us to kind of move on to the next room. So I'm going to say that we head south and we sneak around the Medusa. She doesn't see that we're there, and we're able to progress into the next room. So that's actually quite a success, because you can see on here that even if we killed the Medusa, it says after the fight, where's my pen? It says after the fight, you have a 1 in 6 chance, you are petrified and your adventure ends here. So actually it was probably wiser that we were able to sneak around the Medusa than it was to actually fight the Medusa. Lovely, all right. So we're gonna head south. Let's see what our room type is like. And we're looking at 6, which I believe is a square room. We can scroll the right way. Lovely, we got a square room. So, let's pop our square room in here. I swear, if we get any more perfect rooms. Okay, let's see how many doors we have here on our D4. 4, so we've got 2 more doors. Let's go, we're going to go east. And then maybe we'll go west here. Lovely. And let's roll for our description on our 1-page mythic. And I'm sure we're going to get 72 again, or whatever one it was. 23! That's the 3rd time I've got 23. If you remember last episode, I rolled 2 23s in a row. I rolled 2 23s in a row. So that's kind of strange, that's come up again. Maybe these dice are weighted or something. Disagreeable, yeah, I don't really know how I can use that in this context. As the thing is, for many of these charts, you just kind of gotta use them as you feel they work in the scenario. Disagreeable, I don't necessarily think that. I disagree with the chart, in which case. So let's roll again. 18. Dangerous. Okay, we got another dangerous room. Is the room dangerous because of the room itself, or is the room dangerous because, again, there's another monster in there? Let's go 50-50 on that on our Oracle. So is it dangerous because of the room itself? 16. Okay, so yes, the room is dangerous. Now, let's try and think about why this room might be dangerous. These 2 rooms here, we're in a sea cave. These 2 rooms here were dangerous because of flooding. Maybe this room here, why else could this be dangerous? Maybe the reason why it's dangerous is because there might be a cave-in. So let's roll on the Oracle here and say, is this room likely to have a cave-in? And I think it is likely for the room to have a cave-in. So let's just ask, is this room about to cave in? $100. Okay. That's an exceptional no. Okay, so maybe we've come into this room and maybe this room is reinforced. Maybe all these other rooms here, they're very, very cave-like in the sense that they're all very natural. We've got these rooms here which have been eroded away by the sea, but we've got these rooms here which are maybe just natural caverns. I think I'm going to go for maybe this room is some type of armory or some type of weapons room. And maybe it's not inherently dangerous in the fact that it's dangerous to the adventurer, but maybe it just contains danger, which are the weapons that are stored in there. These could be useful if we didn't have the flail, but you know, we already got a pretty good weapon as it is. So maybe we glance at these weapons and think, you know, it's not worth our time picking any of these up. So I think we're going to move on to the next room, in which case. Now, actually, we do need to check if we have anything in this room before we move on. So we've glanced around, we've seen the weapons, but actually we don't know if there is anyone in here. So let's roll our d6 on our room table and see where we're at. Oh, 1. So nothing was in there to begin with anyway, which is good. So we're going to move on, we're going to walk through that armory. I think we're going to head east now and see where that brings us. We'll be at room 9 then, so we're doing quite well in our adventuring. We've only attacked, or we've only had 2 encounters so far, and we're down to 13 HP. 4. Okay, what is our room? Cross-shaped. Okay, so we got a little intersection coming up. Let's draw that in. Lovely. And how many doors do we have? We've got 2 doors. Lovely. So I think we're going to have, I think we're going to say that we've got a dead end here. And we'll have our 2 doors, 1 here, 1 here. So let's see what is in this room. 77. Getting a lot of doubles today. Quiet. Okay, so maybe we've come out into this intersection. Obviously, it's kind of more like a hallway than it is a room, so you wouldn't imagine you'd have, you know, creatures hanging around. And also, I feel as if we're quite far away, actually, from the sea now. I'd imagine, since our entrance is here, and we've had our cliff, which kind of comes down, and then into our entrance, I'd imagine the sea is actually more over this way. Or maybe it's more kind of, you know, over this area here. So we're actually getting further and further away from the sea and further back into the cliff. So it's a lot more quiet here. We just need to see now, is there anyone hanging out in the quiet? No, there's no one here. You know what, when I said at the beginning, when we rolled for this dungeon being empty, I didn't actually think that it would be as empty as it is. And now I've said that, obviously, you know, the next room we go into is going to have a tough monster in it, but yeah, we'll see. So let's head east, and let's see where this brings us to. So 10th room now. So we're looking at a square room here. We can do a nice 5x5 here, I reckon. Here we go. We've got a nice big 5x5, somewhere where monsters might hang out. Let's see what we're looking at. 16. Okay, so a damaged room. Okay. What about it is damaged? 12. Cold. Okay, so it's cold and damaged. maybe we've actually got, maybe we've got like a opening out into the top of the cliff. Maybe there's rain that's kind of dripping down through the cliff into the room, making, there's a bit of a draft going on from this hole in the ceiling. So maybe there's actually a bit more light that's poured into this room. Maybe it's not as dark as the rest of the dungeon. Let's see what we got in here. Like I said, are we gonna have a tough monster, or are we gonna have nothing? I feel like it's one or the other. 6, okay, oh, nice. So, this is the first time that we have a peddler from beyond the void. Offers you trinkets and steel for blood-soaked coins. You may buy, sell items at the following prices. When you're done, the room is explored. So, we have some things we can buy: potion, scrolls, dagger, warhammer, rope, sword, flail, the mighty Zweihander armor, or cloak of invisibility. We have 31 coins. We can sell our dagger, actually. So let's sell our dagger for 6. Yeah, let's sell our dagger for 6 because we actually need that. Let's add that one here. We got 37. So we're very close to leveling up now. So we've got 37 coins. Shall we buy anything else while we're here? I feel as if we should buy something whilst we're here. Maybe let's buy a potion. Yeah, I think let's buy a potion for 4 silver. So we're on 33, and we've got a potion. We got 1 dose of that. And what else can we buy? I think apart from the Zweihander, the flail is probably one of the best. Yeah, the flail is the best, apart from the Zweihander. I do want to see if we can level up first, because we might be able to get this anyway if we level up. Should we get the armor? I don't think we're going to get the armor, but maybe that's stupid, but hey, what can you do? So we're on the 10th room now. So we sell our dagger and we buy a potion, and then the peddler from beyond the void, maybe he just vanishes, disappears into thin air. So we look around the room, and obviously because it's a bit brighter, we can see what's going on. We have 1 door, which is going to head off to the east there. And that room is explored. So let's see our next room. We're still yet to get a tough monster. So 7. We got another square room coming out of here. Maybe it's just a smaller room. Maybe we'll just have a little 3x3 here. Okay, so we enter our smaller room here. A little bit of light bleeding through into this room, so a bit brighter than the rooms that we've visited previously. And we got 2 doors coming out of here. We're going to have one continuing on east, I think, and then we're going to have one to the north. Let's have a look and see what this room 37. All right, 37. Healthy. Okay. A healthy room. A healthy, clean room. Okay, that makes me think maybe it's a... so we had our armory over here. Maybe we've got, like... I don't want to say a hospital, but maybe we've got like a little medic kind of station or something like that, where maybe there's some, what are they called? Little beds where, you know, they've got like a little medical table beside with some scalpels and some, bandages that they use to kind of patch people up whenever this kind of dungeon was in use. So yeah, I'm going for like, maybe it's like a little type of hospital or something there. Do we have anyone in here? That is the next question. It's been a very quiet dungeon, hasn't it? Okay, so the peddler, he didn't disappear, he actually just walked through to the next door. Maybe that's trying to tell me something. Maybe that's trying to tell me that, we need to buy some armor or something like that. Maybe he's come back and he thought, you didn't use me wisely in this room, so I'm coming back to tell you something. So let's buy our armor, I think. So we bought some armor, and what was that? 10? Yeah, 10. Okay, a bit further away from. Okay, we're moving through to room 12 after our peddler from the void disappears again. Hopefully he'll probably appear back in room 12, but we'll see. Wrong dice. 4. Okay, so we got another intersection going on here. I think we're going to head east, actually. A little intersection. And we enter through, and we can see how many doors? 2 doors. I'm going to block off to the south there. So we got our 2 doors here, entering room 12. And entering room 12, we have rolled a 91 for our description, which is small. Yeah, okay, fairly small intersection. 88. Our small rustic room. Okay. So in our small rustic room, will we finally meet a tough monster? No, but we do meet a weak monster. Okay, so in this intersection, we have a weak monster guarding either of these doors here, okay? And that weak monster is going to be a goblin. Okay, so the second goblin. That's quite, we've had 2 of those, 2 goblins so far. So in room 12, we have our goblin. All right, so only our 3rd encounter of the game, 3rd attack of the game. Our goblin's got 3 points, d4 damage, and 5 hit points. So our goblin, we got 3 points, d4 damage, and I think it was 5 hit points. So we need to roll a 3 or over. Yep, 3 or over. We're going to go lunge in and go straight for the attack. I'll count that one because 5. Okay, so we're able to hit, and we can hit for a d6 plus 1. All we need to do is get 4, and then we will kill him. 2. Okay, so we hit him for 3. Okay, so we swing our flail towards him, and we hit him for 3 HP, so he's down to 2 HP now. Is he going to come back and attack us? No. So we're able to again swing our flail, and we hit him for a 7, so he is dead. He falls to the ground, covered in blood, and we're able to march on. So 3 points, which brings our total up to 9. And we're able to march on through the rest of the dungeon. I think we're going to call it there for this episode. We have managed to get through 12 rooms, so that enables us So we need to be able to explore 12 rooms and have earned at least 15 points in order to level up. Unfortunately, we haven't really encountered anything. Like I said before, when I said at the beginning it was going to be an empty dungeon way back in room 1 or 2, I didn't think it would be this empty, but I suppose that's the roll of the dice. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know if you've got any thoughts or comments, and hopefully I'll see you in episode 3.